Welcome yet again to another episode of Saul FRAZER's BizzChat, where we try to encourage, motivate, and push forward entrepreneurs who are looking to get into the entrepreneurial journey. Not only that, but those who have also started, but looking to push to another level. And for those who have yet to start, now's your chance. On this seat today, we have Ida, who is in a very unusual space for women. And I'm excited to have you on board here today. So please tell us about yourself and what is it that you do?
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on the show. My name is FitaFaal. I'm the founder of FitaFaal Autos and Collectivate Foundation.
FitaFaal. What motivated you to get into automotive?
I can say my environment. So I basically grew up in Latakunda Sabaji. So I grew up playing with spare parts in the center of where the spare parts are. So after graduating from school, the job hunting wasn't really easy by my side. And I'm a boss. I want to be a boss. So I said, okay, let me look for a trade that is going to be mine, but then considering a passion. So I have a passion for cars, and I said, why not? Let me just venture into it and then make it my own craft. But it wasn't easy, but we're here.
So two things. Once you said Latikunda Sabi, I recognize myself as someone who's from there, just behind that uncompleted mosque.
Oh, now it's complete.
After so many years, right?
Yes.
Exactly. But before into that, what did you study first?
So I studied ICM, business studies,
Okay.
and I majored in business law.
Right.
And then from there, I said, you know what? Let me do auto mechanic. So I did auto mechanic in SOSTPC.
Okay.
And then I furthered in Abuja Polytechnical University in Nigeria.
Okay. So how many years did you study here in Gambia, and how many did you do in Abuja?
So I studied here 3 years, and in Abuja I was there for 8 months.
8 months.
And then after the 8 months, I was there working and also trying to have an experience on how they repair their cars over there and how they do it in the Gambia, just to have a glance on how creative the repair industry is in Africa. It was good.
Excellent. You know, generally, mechanics are not the people that have the best sort of reviews or references, because most people believe that you just start as an apprentice, and then before you know it, you start opening your own workshop. And when people bring in their cars in there, instead of trying to do the right thing, they will be trying and testing until they spoil certain things. What difference are you trying to make, or are you going to be making in this industry to make you stand out?
The reason why we are existing just 3 years, and we are actually leading right now in the auto repair, not only in the Gambia, but I would say in West Africa in large. So what we're bringing in the industry is innovation and technology. We're trying to bring this convenience to our customers. Right now, you can just sit here and then you want a part. No need for you to drive to go all the way to Joshua. You can just go to our website and then it is there, and then you book it and then we will deliver it. Let's say you're going to work, it's early in the morning, you have an important meeting, and then your car have a breakdown. You go to our website, we will be there for you. And also, we're working with all other mechanics in this country, most of them, and also the spare part dealers, and also even the car dealers, because we want everybody to be in one big umbrella. Make it easy for everybody to access repairing, and make it easy for everybody to access spare parts and cars. And also, we're talking about mechanics. We don't have that beautiful name outside there. Yes, we know. And then what we're doing as FitaFaal, when we come in the industry, because I was in the industry before I opened my garage. I was there. I started as an apprentice. I remember being in the workshop for 3 whole months. Nobody gave me a spanner to hold because I'm a woman. They don't trust me on that. So I had to prove myself twice than what my male counterpart will do. And I always have this on my head that I always carry the title of the female. So whatever I'm doing, I need to do it 2 times because I need to prove myself in the industry. So in FitaFaal Autos, what we do is like when you come in, everybody knows that we specialize on car diagnostics and electronics. So apart from that, we don't touch anything else because this is our specialties. This is what we do, and this is what people knows and recognize us from doing. So we cannot tell you that we are going to do something that we cannot do. So this is the leadership position that we are placing ourselves in the auto industry in this country.
Excellent. So then what happened after doing the diagnostic? Do you have other partners that you do referral to and say, okay, go to this person to fix your problem? So or what is the next step after doing your diagnostic?
After doing the whole diagnostic, if it's electronic issues, that is our specialty. We only work on electronics. We don't work, the car is so advanced. We have the chassis system, we have the transmission system, we have the engine compartment system, and then we have the electronics. Especially this new cars. The electronics now combine with everything. So if it's the chassis system with all that, we don't work on that. But if it's electronics, we work on that. So most of our customers are auto mechanics that people will take their cars to. Then they will come back to us and tell us that this person bring the car, this is the problem, this is what is showing in the dashboard. So when you follow our social media outlets or even go to the website, we even get tips on these problems because we just don't want people to just drive, but we also want to give the information for them to know what are the signs on their cars, what is the implementation, and why is it there. So after diagnosing your car, then we will give you a guide. We will tell you this is what you have to do according to your budget. We will make sure that we work on you to tackle the most important part on the vehicle, and then the rest you can see when, if you have the budget, when best you can work on it. And if it's totally out of our control, we contact our partners that are auto mechanics that are only specialized in the chassis system, on the toll system. We know these people, and then we call them and tell them that this person, we're sending this vehicle there. This is the problem, work on it and get back to us. So you, the customer, we give you that convenience. You don't need to talk back and forth. We will handle everything and then give you back your car.
I mean, I must say you're extremely brave. Not only are you getting into a very toxic industry with everything that is being said about it, but then also coming in as a female. Are you aware of any other female auto mechanics in the country?
Yes, I'm aware. We have Fatmata Jamme, my big sister, and then we have all the beautiful young people. We have Adama. She's also doing amazing, and then my foundation is also training young girls on car diagnostics and electronics. So last year we rolled out 10. This year we're rolling out 13. So each year we do this because we just don't want the space to be just me, Famata, and Adama. We want all the young people to be in the space because it's very big and everybody can have a portion inside it.
So in your garage, do you have male workers there, or is it just predominantly female 100%?
No, we have male dominated. It's also, we have male employees there. We have them, and then we have female. So it's gender balance. So I'm a woman. I'm all for women empowerment. But when it's come to work, it's who delivers matter in business.
Excellent. I like that, because if you didn't have any male employees, I would pick you on this gender equality. What's it called? Gender balance or gender equality, as they would say. But so yet again, you mentioned that it took probably 2-3 months for somebody to actually give you a spanner. But how was it recruiting your first client? Was it a male or a female, or were you were you forced into going into extra mile to convince them to give them for them to give you their cars to start looking into?
Yes, I remember in 2020, I opened my garage at Carnifin, just at the seaside industry opposite Gasem. I opened there. I was there for 3 whole months. I have all my equipment. I didn't have one customer knock in my door. And every morning we go there, me and my team, I told them that, you know what? We will get one customer, and for 3 months nobody comes.
Wow.
So then that's the time that I said, you know what, I have to strategize. I have to give the people what they're not been given in the industry. This is when I go to the mechanics and tell them that let's collaborate, we're not partners. I have my machines, you don't have your machines. You need me, I'll be there. So those was the strategy that I used. And yes, I can say my first client was a man. And in our database, most of our clients are men.
Excellent.
So yeah, I'll always say my main folks, thank you for the support.
That's excellent. I'm happy to hear that you didn't give up, because a lot of people in that situation, imagine running a business for 3 months and no clients whatsoever, no income coming in. You would have just packed your bags and say, hey, you know what? This is a male-dominated area, so therefore I don't belong. But thank you very much for sticking up and seeing it through, because now you're opening the doors for so many other women to see, not only break barriers, but also try to do other things that is not meant for women, Generally, do you feel there are certain things men can do but women cannot? Or do you feel that whatever a man can do, a woman can do as well?
When we in this, this is a very complex issue.
Right.
When we talk about education, I believe that whatever a man score, a woman can score. When we talk about career part, I believe that if a man is a pilot, a woman can be a pilot. If a man can run for a presidency, a woman can run a presidency. I believe in a career part, it should be balanced.
Now, fast forward, you got your first customer after 3 months. Then the majority of your customer base are now men, and you're just predominantly focusing in electronics and also diagnostic. What is the next step for you? Are you happy to just stick into those 2 areas that you're comfortable with? Or are you looking to add another area into those 2 specific areas?
Yes, sure. So right now, we are working on our app, and also we're working on our mobile mechanic van.
Okay.
This is the van that will be going around and then go to people's homes and weekends, offices, to give them that convenient garage. So we're telling our customers, you don't need to come to the garage. We will bring the garage to you. So this is what we're working on. And so yeah, this is one of the projects that we're really passionate about as a team, because I usually tell people that we should really digitalize the Gambian auto industry. And whenever I say that, they will tell me that, come on, what can you do? But now I can gladly say, yes, we're doing it, and we're really doing it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the way to go. Digitalizing makes a lot of sense. Makes it more cost effective at the end, and you can deliver more services faster. I've always said that Gambia is a service-based economy. Whether we like it or not, is a service-based economy, and once you harness this particular area, you will do excellently well, greatly for your business. So fast forward, let's say in the next 3 to 5 years time, what are your major ambitions with your business?
Our major ambitions with our business is like having our vans not just operate in the greater Banjul area, but let's say in Basse. We had a huge, we also don't only stop at servicing vehicles, we also do motorbikes in FitaFaal Autos. So we know Basse has a huge, big potential market on autobikes. So what we're trying to do for the next 3 years is to roll out to Basse and have there an outlet in Soma also have their outlet. So our plan is to go further, because we just don't want our services to be limited in the combos, but we also want other part of this country to get what we the services that we are offering people, because the convenience should not only be here, but all the Gambian and Light should benefit from our services. So this is our plan for the next 3 to 5 years.
Excellent. Would you say belief, it's one of the major factors, reason why you're here? Because you believed in what you were doing to stick out for 3 months without having a client. You believed in what you were doing to stay in a garage for 3 months without someone giving you a spanner. Other than belief, what else do you think is the reason why you're where you are today?
Passion.
Okay.
Passion is very important.
Indeed.
I have a passion for what I am doing, and I really want to tell my story. I don't want anybody to tell my story, but I want to tell my story the way I want my story to be told and narrated by me. So when I started, my mom didn't want it. Nobody wanted me to be a mechanic, because nobody had seen somebody being successful in mechanics in this country. Most of the people that are successful in being mechanics are mostly the people that migrate inside this country. So, but then I told myself that, you know what, Ida, this is something that is on you. Apart from belief, apart from motivation, I have the determination that I am going to change the narrative, the determination that I want young people who want to have a career in the auto industry to at least say that somebody has been brave enough to be there, and that person has make wave, that person has impact people's life positively. So this is the things that keep me going. Anytime it's hard, sometimes it got hard, I just sit on my corner and cry, and then I'll be like, look at myself in the mirror again. I said, you know, girl, go. This is who you are. This is your story. This is your legacy. Add on it.
Absolutely. You're doing fantastic. Well, to be honest, we're all proud of you, proud of what you've done so far, and we're looking forward to how you keep breaking barriers for people around you, and so on. In terms of the growing up your business now, how many employees do you have, and are you operating from one branch, or do you have multiple branches at the moment?
So now we're having one branch. Our branch is at Sokoto. We have 3 permanent staffs that are permanently, including myself, make it 4. And we have 4 other contract staff that comes in if we need them, if we need their services. We contract these people and they will come work with us. So total, it's 8 of us that are doing all this amazing thing. I can say that I will not be sitting here without my team. They have really believed in what we're doing. They have believed in our passion. They have believed in our mission, and they're even more determined than me, more ready than me. There's some of the days that I lack determination, but they will always be there to cheer me up. So I would just say thank you to my team. Excellent.
Another testament to believing in the people that believes in you, you know. But looking at, I also believe that leaders create other leaders, right? And you mentioned something about your training program where you train other females to get into auto mechanic. Tell us a bit more about the training process and how do you go about it? Yeah.
So the training, so the foundation started in 2018. It started even before FitaFaal Autos, that's Collectivate Foundation. So when I was in SOS, I remember one day my overall ship had a problem. So in the whole school, we were only 2 females, all boys. So my classmate Margaret, I told Margaret, let's go home with our overalls. She said she will never do that because people will bully her at the street. I said, okay. And then in my head, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. My mom didn't even know in the first place I'm doing this. So going home with my overall will be so crazy. But then I had no choice. That was the only thing in my bag to wear. I wear my overall that day. I remember going out of the school, going to Tipa Garage and then to Sarakunda to Latakunda. People really bullied me. People were looking at me like zombies. Some people will tell me that, why are you wearing this oversized clothes? And that day when I got home, my mom cried. When people see me in the street, when I go in the house, we have some fussy neighbors who just run inside and tell my mom that in the native Mandinka language, ye dungo jelebang ate barakala. So my mom break down and start crying, you know. So when my mom start crying, and then that's really felt deep. And from that day, I told myself, you know what? I will be wearing my overall everywhere. From that day, that's why people know me. There are so many mechanics here, but I stand out because I sell my story. I wear my overall everywhere, in markets, in banks, in ceremonies, everywhere. You see me with my overall because this is my identity. Then I said, you know what? There are so many young people at GTTI. You barely don't know what they're doing. It's just recently we see people that are women that are into construction, wearing their helmets around town so that people can identify them. I told these people, I started my foundation, I start going to school, I start advocating. I know that the school is not the problem, but it's the grassroots, it's our homes, it's our parents.
Absolutely.
So I will go to this woman in the market areas around, I'll wear my overall, I will tell them this is what I do. And you know, I have entered the plane, represent the country. Now I am here. I have entered the plane, represent the country. Now I am here in this country and I'm a mechanic. That's why I have been able to do this. And I'm a young person, you know, so you guys should leave your kids to those skills. So this is how the foundation started. And then I realized that advocacy is not enough. We need to include training. So this is when we start our training. It's fully sponsored by the U.S. Embassy Banjul. So every year we train these young people. We realize that after these young people do the trainings on just loose and tight, they won't be able to get work because we're business people. In business, we will not employ anybody if you're not delivering. You need to deliver. If you don't have the expertise, the capabilities, there is no way you will come in my company. Forget about you are a woman. I'm not employing a woman who doesn't have what it takes to work in the company. So when I realized that, I said, okay, this institutions does not have the capabilities of equipping these young people with this technologies in the industry now. How are we going to offer them? How are we going to step in and give back to our community? So this is how we started. This is how we started these trainings. So we trained them on car diagnostic, electronics, key programming, all that, so that they can be equipped themselves and be ready for the industry.
Excellent. That's very impressive, to be honest. And what happens once they pass through the training phase? Do you offer them employment, or do they have any other incentive or help for them to also start their own thing? Or how does it work? What is the after effect of this?
Some of my employees are our trainees.
Okay.
They have gone through the training process, and after they finish, now they are fully working with us. Others, we look for internship positions for them in these companies. If you perform very well, these people will keep you. So this is it. So we give them the training. After the training, we make sure that we look internships for them. And if they perform very well, they get employment. So this is the whole concept for the training. Excellent.
I mean, you cannot go through a business setup like this or starting a business without facing major challenges. What would you say were the major challenges, other than obviously the stigma or breaking into a more male-dominated field? Are there any other challenges that you had to overcome?
Yes.
Please share.
Yes. So one of the biggest challenges is trust and belief from the people. It's not because, we're women, we want to do this, but if a woman tell you that I can do this, believe her that she can do it. Because she knows before she comes out and say I can do this, she knows what is there behind there. If she fails, she knows
So if a man say, I can do this, you shouldn't believe them.
No, you can believe them, but it's
Just,
only thick, especially in the male-dominated fields. I don't call them male-dominated fields, but when a woman is in a male-dominated field and tell you that I am qualified, I can change your oil, believe that woman can get under the car with the high heels and change that oil. You have to believe her, because it's only take guts to do that. So one of our biggest challenges right now we are facing still now, I know they said it's a young business, you should not complain after 3 years, but then it's still lack of customers. Most of our customers are our fellow mechanics. What's wrong with the general public? So I told them that if they told me, is that a challenge? Sometimes I say, it's a challenge, but also it's a strength. Because if you're not coming to us directly, but then you're coming to us indirectly, because those people will end up bringing your vehicles to us, but then we want them to trust us and be coming to us directly, because in a business, you're there to make profits at the end of the day. If the profits are not coming, what will happen to your business? What will happen to your staff? What will happen to the tax you're paying in this country? Because if you run a business, you will pay tax, you will pay employees, and also you will give back to the society. So one of the challenges we are having right now is still lack of trust from people to come to offer our services.
Do you have any plans to overcoming this? Have you thought about new strategies, new way of making sure that people trust you and come to you for your services?
Yes. So when we think about that, and I was like, okay, we are always behind. We don't use most of our social media handles. So now what we're doing is that we're trying to be on social media. We're trying to give out what we're doing. We're trying to sell it. You go to our TikTok and all other platforms. We document some of the work that we do and we share it, and also we give out tips because we want people to know that we're existing. This is what we are doing, and this are our services, and then how are they going to get that services? So we are making it accessible. The information is there, and also we are reaching out now to companies and try to partner with them.
Excellent. How's your pricing position? Are you charging the same as everyone else when it comes to diagnostics, or is it different?
So when it's come to diagnostic, I would say we are the cheapest.
Okay.
When it's come to key programming, when it's come to everything, I will always say we are the cheapest.
Excellent.
And then you come to our garage, you see our materials. When they tell me that you still don't have money, I tell them I keep on investing. Anything I have, I make sure I invest it back. I make sure I am top of my game, because I will not be here everywhere talking about technology, talking about integration, and then I'm not having the equipments that will do that. So I invest so much on this modern equipment.
Right.
They're there, and then our charges are very, very, very affordable, because we try to one of our greatest let me see. One of our greatest belief is to cater for the Gambian. So catering for the Gambians, we know the basic salary. How much is the basic salary? So we try to adjust ourselves in that standard, and also we also have a payment plan for people. If you're a trusted customer, we have a payment plan for you. So it's not just you come and go. No, we walk through with you. We tell you this is what you do, and this your budget stop here, and this your budget can cover this. So we walk through with our customers when it's come to budgeting and pricing.
Super. So in an ideal world, if you have the opportunity to choose, is there any preferred partner out there, preferred people that you want to partner with or work with? Talking about maybe private sector, government institution, just any in general.
Yes, let's start with Global Properties. You really want to work with Global Properties Gambia, and other private institution and government institution. All those are open to collaborate and work.
Right. Okay. Excellent. That's good to hear. Do you have any questions for Global Properties, perhaps, or anyone else who's listening?
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I've been in the space for so many years. what what what's the secret of being successful in a business?
You mentioned it before in this interview or podcast. It's passion. It's one of them. I really love what I do. Believe it or not, I wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30 every single morning, do my exercise, and then off to work. If I didn't have the passion for real estate and what I do, I'll probably sleeping till like 10 a.m. or something like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's a Monday or Sunday. It's the same time that I wake up, believing in what I do, because I believe providing housing and accommodation, it's something that's a fulfilling job, so to speak. I remember the first clients I gave their keys to, and them moving into the house with their families and calling me the following day and thanking me and praying for me, Those moments is what keeps driving me, the fact that you can make people's dreams come to reality, and at the same time you're also enjoying it and making money out of it, And the third thing would be the other thing that I love the most, which is developing other people and also creating other leaders, because you won't be a true leader if you don't create other leaders. You won't be a true leader if you don't motivate and get other people to also get into the footsteps of what you're doing, to do it even better than what you're doing, So it's a combination of different things, but I believe that these 3 points are what has been keeping me going for the last 17 years, and I'm looking forward to the next 17 and beyond, honestly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, on that note, we thank you very much for your insightful stories, and I look forward to learning more about, what you do and everything else. And we're hoping that the listeners out there will be inspired and exactly know what to do to break barriers. So we look forward to seeing you again in our next episode, Saul FRAZER's BizzChat. Thank you.